Yeah, well, the first hour wrapped up. Obviously, the way we work these, the Republicans get an hour, then the Democrats get an hour. We had a good hour of substantive introductory type questions, trying to get an understanding of how the internal workings of the Biden White House operated. Now the Democrats have an hour. I'm sure they're going to ask questions like, what did she have for breakfast, and how was her drive in, and things like that. But once they get finished, then we may take a 15 or 20-minute lunch break. Then we'll come back and come up with our second hour of questions. But everything's going well, and we'll keep you posted.
What I'll say is, as a former public defender, former defense attorney, DA, judge, I've seen strong cases and I've seen weak cases, and I heard absolutely no new evidence or information during that time. I learned about I got a tour of the White House, so I learned about where offices are in the White House. I heard about different spots to have coffee, none of which the president at the time, President Biden attended, but there was no new evidence, and the only thing extraordinary that came out of that deposition was it was an extraordinary waste of time. While Americans are struggling with higher costs of food and housing, and having health care stripped away from millions of Americans, to be spending our resources and taxpayer dollars, Republicans trying to dig up some kind of post-impeachment or whatever we're doing here, it is an extraordinary waste of time, and the American people expect and deserve better.
Do you think there was any cover-up of President Biden's position, the effort to shield him?
I'm a prosecutor, like I said, and if you're going to make a case, you got to prove it. And so I didn't hear anything that suggested any new evidence, anything to suggest that the failed impeachment process was validated in any manner. And again, I look at the economy under the previous president, the economy now. I look at the bipartisan infrastructure bill. I look at the Inflation Reduction Act. I think there's some things that the administration did that benefited Americans, and I think we need to get back to dealing with working class Americans.
Right.